right idea. This is a nice setup. Unfortunately, this ticker only gave me a base hit. It only gave me like 25 cents, and I messed up my entry. You can see so here that I have also a huge gain of VRME. I also have like a 4-cent win because I was oversized. We're gonna talk about this. Is what I call what is this called? This is called a pre-market breakout. This is also part of my course. We're gonna go look at over here. Go to look on the left side of the screen right here. Hopefully. So this is called a pre-market breakout. Let's discuss that. So pre-market breakout. Pre-market breakout. So whatever you do not short day one. This is a day one plus news on Monday, plus Monday. So just remember on Monday, there's a lot of sitting in the sidelines money. So, so I never short this. What happened here was that we kind of pushed into the pre-market. So it does have news. The news is merger. It's Mondays, the first day of the week, and it's also day one. So whatever you do not short day one. Day one are the worst tickers that you might want to short. So right here, you can see that the float is around 11 million, 11 mil float. The volume, if I were gonna look at it, was 100 and the volume was 110 million million volume. So it rotated the float around 11 times. 11 times float rotated. So in order to get a big move, the float needs to rotate. So my idea here, this was a pre-market breakout. So it has the float 10, 11 million. All right. The volume was there. It had news. It had the first day of the week, and it was part of the top 5. Part of the top 5. Top 5 gainers. Top 5 gainers in the pre-market. So that's important. All these criteria. So now we have to figure out where to buy it. So I was watching around 8:30. So we kind of push over here. We kind of come back down. We form a top at around 115. And then we kind of just come over here and whatever. So what happened here is that we had a trend line break. You can see so here that we had a trend line break right here, which happened around 105. And then we had a pre-market breakout. This is called a pre-market breakout of 115. So ideally, what you want to do is long it as it breaks 115. Like right here, this is your long area. Because that's either A, you buy the trend line breakout of 105, which I did not, or B, you buy the pre-market breakout of 115. The place that I did buy it was at 125. So I was already chasing it pretty high. I was already up. I was already paying a premium of 15 cents. The stock after, from 115, we went up to 145. You can see that we went up to 140. So from here, we did a VWAP reclaim, whatever, and then we went to 140. So this is, so from 115, you need to buy the pre-market breakout. You have two scenarios here. Either A, you buy the VWAP reclaim or the trendline break, or you buy the pre-market breakout. If you buy it at 125, you have to sell it sooner. I actually did buy it at 125 and I had a 10% profit, but I chased it. I thought we're gonna go much higher, but you shouldn't be paying more than 105 and 115. So this is part of my course. This is a pre-market breakout. Like, even though it didn't really perform more than 10%, let's call it more than from actually did perform. From 115 to 140, we did perform 25 cents. So 25 cents is around a 15% gain. You see that? So it is a 15% gain. But what I want to do is, either I buy it at 105, either I buy it at 115. What I did here, I bought it at 115. I bought it at 125, and I only had around a 10% profit. So what I did was, I thought it's gonna go all the way up to 150. So number one, I chased it, and number two, I didn't lock in profits, and that's fine. If you're gonna chase, that's fine, but you have to lock in profits sooner, and I did not. So my rule is if it comes back to my entry, which it did at 125, I have to sell for flat. So I only made around 4 cents gain, even though I identified the setup. Even though I identified the setup, I still didn't make money. So this is kind of like my fault, because I chased it. So if you're gonna chase the setup, make sure you take profit sooner. But in this situation, I chased it at around 125. I went to 140. I thought it was gonna hit 150. My target was 145, honestly. And as you can see, so here we hit around 141. And on the daily, it had room all the way up to 145. So that's kind of like what happened here. Even though I have a really green day, we're gonna move back to the other thing. Even though I had two really nice setups. I had the pre-market breakout, and which I had a pre-market breakout, and I had a VWAP reclaim. Those were solid setups. As far as the other one goes, we had a couple of other, we had INBS here, which was, a low priced pre-market, low price first green day bounce, was a low volume first green day bounce, which was highly active. We had a TMD, which kind of just did a wedge pattern here that we did a fake out of a wedge here. So the only really two opportunities here that happened were VRME, which was a pre-market breakout right here, and the other ticker was MNTS, the stock that I was buying it at 9 and I sold into the 11s. Those are like the only solid opportunities that happened today, and that's just the nature of the game. And if TMD was actually a nice daily breakout, but this stock was not, this stock didn't have news. This stock is not predictable, what I'm trying to get you guys to see. If you buy a daily breakout of 107, you do need some news. And this TMD did not have news. It was just, high volume and low float. But, so that's kind of it. So what you want to do is you want to be predictable, MNTS was a VWAP reclaim after 9:30, which was fine, and was number one top gainer. And the other ticker that I did trade, VRME, was a pre-market breakout. Those are really simple patterns. If you want to complicate your life a little bit more and trade TMD, that's fine. It's a no news, very high volume play that can go or cannot go. And the other ticker that moved today was, I think it was INBS. No, it was INBS. That's a first green day bounce, because we broke yesterday's high of 9. And but this is a low volume first green day bounce. Look at the volume. The volume doesn't fit my criteria. Only 50,000 on the 1 minute. So we had plenty of opportunity, to tell you the truth. About 4 opportunities here today. I tried to trade 2 of them. I locked in the right tickers. I took profits, and that's just the nature of the game. It was a green day overall, and I'm pretty much in cash right now, and moving on to another day. Make sure you like this video, share with this video, and don't forget, click the link below to join me each and every day to trade, or so you can, to learn more about my strategies, just buy my course. And I'll see you on my next video. Peace out.
I've spent 18 years trading and built a system that takes you from zero experience to real life trading profits. Get 6.5 hours of fast track training plus access to my daily live streams each and every day. I've recorded every single trade for the past 4 years and turned it into a 13-hour course with 500 plus real life examples that can get you from zero to profitable trading. I show you how to spot small cap runners like SMX, which ripped from $5 to $500 in just 3 trading days. That helped me generate over $100,000 on just one ticker. I also nailed one of the top shorts of 2025, shorting Beyond Meat at $6.80 and covering it at $4 a share, banking over $4 million just on one ticker, and recognized at SMB Capital as one of the top shorts of 2025. Click the link below and learn how real traders really profit from small cap stocks.